Welcome to Everyday Math Lesson 3.8. This is probably one of my favorite lessons. I like this lesson because I think of things differently, and this lesson allows me to show that to you. Sometimes when you learn one specific way of how to do something, it's awesome and it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So this is one of those methods, this is one of those lessons that I know so many different ways to solve the problem that I can teach you. So if for some reason you don't understand one way, stay tuned. I have other options. Okay. So today we're going to start with some more mental math. We are again working with fractions, and we're going to think about using those benchmarks to help us out sometimes as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with if I had a fraction that was 3 over 2. If I were trying to put that on a number line, where would I put it? What do you think? Well, the strategy is to divide. We know that fractions mean divide. So it's the top number divided by bottom number. That's basically what that line means. So what is 3 divided by 2? Well, 3 divided by 2 is 1 with 1 left over. So 3 divided by 2 is the same as 1/2. Well, I'm sorry, 1.5, which means that it's bigger than 1, smaller than 2. So if I asked you where to put this on the number line, you would say between the numbers 1 and 2. What about if I had 7/3? Where would I put that on the number line? Well, what's 7 divided by 3? 2. So 7 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 left over. So 2 and 1/3. So it's going to be bigger than 2, smaller than 3. So if I ask you where to put it, and you know it's bigger than 2 because there's a remainder, okay? So if I ask you where to put it on the number line, you would say between 2 and 3. All right, let's try to do another one. You guys do this one. Pause and come back after you know which numbers it would be between. Pause. All right, you should have divided. 11 divided by 2 is 5. 1 left over, so it should be between 5 and 6. That's where it would be between. So now that you kind of got the hang of it, I'm going to give you a hard one. This is a challenge. Again, I want you to pause after I give it to you and try it, and then come back and tell me what you got. Let's do 47 over 4. Go ahead and pause. Did you pause? All right, 47 divided by 4. I know that 44 times 10 is 40. 4 times 11 is 44, and 4 times 12 is 48. That means 48 is too much. I can't do 12. But I can do 11. 44, and then 47 minus 44 is 3. So I know that 47 fourths is going to be between 11 and 12 on a number line. It's bigger than 11, but not quite 12. Make sense? Great. So now we're going to do a little bit more practice. So what's going to happen is you're going to look on page 90 in a moment, but we're going to talk a little bit about how different numbers have similar names. So if I had my number line here, I could say that this is 1/2, correct? Now, how much is it worth? 2/4. Fine. You think you're so smart? Now, how much is it worth? 4/8. Okay. Smarty pants. Now what? 8/16. Now, I could keep going on and on and on. I could make those numbers so small it's ridiculous. Okay? So what you're going to understand and need to understand is sometimes my fractions have different names. So we're going to work through that today. We're going to talk about other options, talk about different things that we can do. So making sure that you understand that fractions have different names is important. Okay? So what I need you to do is I want you to go ahead and open up to page 90 in your math workbook. Open up to page 90. All right, on page 90, this is a little preview of what we're going to be working on today. So this is talking about renaming, find another name for 2 3/4. So I'm going to show you a lot of different ways to do this. Okay, I'm going to start with using it in proper fraction first. Okay, so I have the number 21/5. Now, the way we just learned is you can divide. 21 divided by 5 is 4, 1 left over. Done. That's another name. But I have a different way. This is one way to do it. Absolutely. If this way works for you, great. But sometimes, like right now, we're going to be trying to figure out as many different names as we can. So this is what you're going to do. Are you ready? You're going to get sad. You're going to get sad. You're going to subtract. You're going to add, and you're going to have the denominator. What that means is, or add a whole. Some people say last year they were SWID. It was all right. What that means is you're going to subtract these two numbers, 21 minus 5. What's 21 minus 5? 16. Add a whole. Do I have any whole numbers here? Nope. So I'm going to add one whole. And your denominator stays the same. Done. We can do it again. Look, it's 16. I can still do it again. Subtract. What's 16 minus 5? Oops. Add a whole. So 1 plus 1 is 2. My denominator stays the same. Isn't that cool? Do it again. 11/5. I can do it again. What's 11 minus 5? 6. Add a whole. 1 plus 1, 1 and 2. And my next whole would be a 3. Denominator stays the same. And guess what? I can do it one more time. What's 6 minus 5? 3 plus 1 is? Denominator stays the same. Now, the reason why this is important is because I want you to be able to give me as many different names for this as you can. So this is one way, SWID. SWID. Love it. But I'm a picture person. You know I like my pictures. You know I like my pictures. So if this doesn't work for you, watch this next way. Again, we're going to do 21 divided by 40, divided by 5. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, how many fifths make a whole? 5, right? So here's one whole. I'm going to put those together. So that means I have one whole and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16 fifths. I took one whole and pushed it together. Let's do another one. So 2 wholes. How many fifths are left? 11. Do another one. Push them together. 3 wholes. How many fifths are left? Do my last one. 4 wholes. How many are left? This is another way that you can do this. This is another way that you can show me your answer. And again, I have 4 different names on top of my original. That's a lot of different names for this fraction. Did I add any pieces to this? Nope. Did I take any away? No. All I did was rename it. So think about it this way. Me, I'm Miss Gilman to you, right? My mom calls me Verna. That's my name. My son, Lincoln, calls me Mommy. My grandma used to call me Verna Worm. It's my nickname. I know it's silly. Does that mean, oh, and teachers here, they just say Gilman. Does that mean that I'm different people? Am I 4 different people? No. Still the same person, just a different name. That's basically what we're doing here. Is we're just giving a different name to these improper fractions. This is how you change the improper fractions. Whichever way you choose is fine with me. Find one way that works for you. I'm going to do a different video in just a moment for the actual mixed numbers. It's a little different process and it's just as easy. You can do it just the same way. And I'll show you. But before we do that, we're going to practice. So we're going to go on page 90. We're going to look at number 2. The reason why we're going to number 2 is because that's my first one that is my improper fraction way. All right, so it says find another name. On your test, I believe you have to find 2 different names. That's why I'm showing you all the ways that I'm showing you. Okay. Find another name for 14 over 13. First, it says show 14 13s. I'm a picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Make as many groups of thirds as you can. So 3 thirds makes a whole. Okay. Trade 3 thirds for 1 whole. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes. And what's left? 2 thirds. That's how you do this. Okay. Awesome. We're going to go on and look at the next one. Next little part, I'm going to do the other video, and then we'll do the rest of this page in the other video. Take a little bit of a break. This is about 12 minutes in so far, so take a little bit of a break. Come back after about 5 minutes, and you're going to have the next part up. Make sure you're ready to take notes, guys. This is going to help you, I promise.